When you got good attorneys, baby, you don't be in there for long.
You're like a celebrity.
You don't.
Johnny Cochran came and got you.
I felt like I had clout up in here. And I was like, my man up in here too. We run this jail.
Oh my God,
I didn't
Father,
say that for real.
help us. No, help your children. That's all the bars I can sing. I'm not buying the rest.
I didn't say that for real. I was singing like, Jesus, Jesus. I went into old Negro spirituals.
Father, keep us.
We was in the chain gang, but we was inside. And
wait a minute.
They put these slave cuffs on your ankles. Them things is heavy.
Yes.
So they put these slave cuffs.
So you can't run. We don't want you to run.
Yeah, but
it's
they
part
were
of the
like,
chain
they would
gang.
weigh you down, and you like just walking.
Shuffling. You're not walking. You're shuffling.
Yep. And you got just kind of keep your head down. And I was like, is this slavery? Like, what the heck? And then, so I was just singing. I don't know what. No, I know what song I was singing. I was singing, "Be encouraged."
Oh my God!
No matter what's going on.
That's why they let you out. They heard that and they said, "Oh Jesus, I can't take it. I can't take it."
I think we can sing that song because it's like a church song.
No.
You don't. There's no copyrights to church.
They
song.
sent her to the left.
No, that's what.
But. Let me tell you,
ma'am.
Everybody.
No, that didn't have nothing to do with Victor. That had everything to do with that singing.
Let me tell you something.
You sang and they said, nope, we can't do that.
Everybody in the chain gang was singing "Be Encouraged," girl. We was having a whole
Let me tell you something.
Jesus moment.
That's why they let you out. That's why they did. That's why as soon as they gave you the sheets, they said, don't make that bed. Let's go.
I was ready for Bible study. When is Bible study?
No, they said, we ain't studying that song. Come this way.
I was ready for Bible study. I was praying over people. I lied to you not. I was praying like, let's just pray for your situation. Let's just pray.
Yeah, they said, Minister Smith.
She got to go.
You got to go.
They probably said, golly, she left quick.
Minister Smith, let's go.
I bet you, like, when I was about to leave, I bet you everybody was like, she just got here.
She was about to start church up in here. The singing was horrible.
She go.
So the choir had to leave.
She go. You got it.
Welcome to another episode of Diva Court.
Somebody got their hair down today.
Beautiful is in the house. I'm your host, Marcia Mignon, and with me is my co-diva.
It's Dana. She is here to give you her opinion.
That would be Tire Slashing Smith.
Yes, ma'am.
We're not responsible for the things that chick over there is going to talk about.
Because if we were, we'd probably all be in jail.
And I'm not going to jail for what she's got to say, okay? We do not own the rights to any subject we're going to talk about.
And it's going down today.
And we're not liable for your feelings.
So cry me a river.
Okay, that's the only bar you can sing.
Cry
We're not trying to pay for that.
Right.
Okay? We don't own the topics and we don't want to buy the songs. Because this show, people, is for edutainment purposes only.
That is true.
Please look for our episodes each week. We push them out on Wednesdays.
Yes, ma'am. Get your feel of Diva Court on the Wednesday.
Find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts. Be sure to catch our videos each week. We push them out on Wednesdays too on YouTube. Check out our Diva Court legal channel if you want to see all the pretty that we're carrying.
Yes.
Don't you want to put a face to this voice?
Don't you?
We're just as sexy as our
I was
voices.
about to say the same thing. Do you hear this voice? It sounds just as good as the face.
This episode is sponsored by Cutie Nails and Spa.
I ain't gonna have no man when I get home. His bag's gonna be all the way past.
Can I talk about my sponsor and forget about your man? Thank you. This show is not sponsored by your man, okay?
It ain't.
This show is sponsored by Cutie Nails and Spa.
Hey, cutie.
Thank you. Where they perform manicures and pedicures and facials and lashes.
My nails is cute.
Enjoy a spa experience at Cutie Nails and Spa and let a group of cuties take care of you.
And they actually cute too. Like they not cute by just name.
Oh,
they
really?
cute in the face. They are.
I need to go see them cuties.
I did.
Yeah, they did a good job on her. They turned her into a spa cutie. Topic number 1, people. Your president, your former president.
Yes.
The January 6th hearing that occurred recently, the most recent January 6th hearing, says that your former president, Donald Trump, was choking out the Secret Service.
Yes, he was about that action. Everybody thought he was like, oops, gotta go, but that didn't happen.
All right, listeners, what are we talking about? We're talking about the January 6th hearing. Testimony was provided by a witness that Donald Trump, Donald Rump, that's the circus that came to town for 4 years and felt like 24 years. That man was in the vehicle with Secret Service on the day of the riot, and he was begging Secret Service to transport him to the riot so he could lead the charge to hang, I guess, Mike Pence.
I guess to hang him.
Or to find Nancy. Oh, Nancy. That's what they were doing.
Let's
in
act
the hallways.
that out. Let's act that out. All you heard.
That's the Secret Service.
Yeah.
When I say whoa, I mean whoa.
So testimony
Look,
is.
Anytime they say that, we should have everybody drink. Like, whatever you hear when I say
not,
whoa, you're going to have to drink to that.
I am not going to drink to your former president choking out the Secret Service.
No, I'm not talking about drinking to the former president.
Drinking to the whoa?
Yeah, when
Okay.
somebody says something just,
When you say whoa, you got to drink.
You got to
that.
drink to the whoa when you hear that word.
So your president grabs the steering wheel. Is that not dangerous? That's like a girlfriend
He's
in the
a
car.
president. He made an executive decision.
To grab the steering wheel to kill everybody in the car.
Exactly.
Wow.
He got immunity.
The president. Did you hear the word I said? The president, not the convict. But he should be the convict. Okay, if everybody does their job at the Fulton County District Attorney's Office.
He got executive
okay?
privilege.
Is that what that is?
Yes.
So he's above the law.
That
just
is-
like
He
you
has
think
executive privilege to choke out his Secret Service, yes.
Well,
Wow.
executive privilege mixed with that white privilege, baby. You can do whatever you
Choke 'em,
like.
choke 'em, choke 'em.
You can do whatever you like. I can't
Mr.
say nothing
President,
else. Oh,
sir.
I wanted to go in, but
No,
I can't say
don't
nothing
go
else.
in, don't
Shout
go
out
in.
to T.I.
Don't go in. Don't go in because we're not buying this song. Okay.
Speaking
how
of T.I.,
how you gonna grab?
I just want to.
See what I'm talking about,
Okay,
listeners?
hold on for a second.
We were on the rails. And she's dissatisfied that we're only 30 seconds into the show and she wants to come off the rails.
I
Go
just
off
want
the
to
rails.
say this while it's on my head.
Because you're getting old, you can't remember nothing.
That is true. So remember we were talking about going to stand up. I found a place. And T.I. does comedy at this place. So we can do it.
So
There.
Diva Court is going on location at T.I.'s place.
No, it's not T.I.'s place.
At
It's
a place where
that
T.I.
does-
performs also.
Yeah.
So they're
When
going to put
do
us on
their-
the night he's on?
They have an open mic. And like,
And he comes on an open
he
mic.
comes on to kind of see if he could do, do it.
So maybe we should go on a night when we think T.I. is going to be
Oh,
present.
I don't know I don't stalk nobody, but I'm just saying like.
We're not stalking the
found
man. We're
place.
just going to say to the man, we're funnier than you are. This is Diva Court.
You
Maybe you should
hardcore
ask
with
to
it.
be a guest on our show, sir.
But so I found the place, so we'll talk about that after the show.
That would be fantastic. We'll tell the listeners where to come find us.
Yes.
So that they can enjoy
I
Diva
think,
Court
I think
live.
it's on Tuesdays. The open mic is on Tuesdays.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. I got to go to bed. And then I have to work Wednesday.
I guess I just.
You had me at...
Because Thursday or Tuesday
Yeah,
today. Today or
Today.
tomorrow, which one? All right, get back on the topic, please.
Back to the topic at hand. We just took an intermission on her trip.
Back to the matter at hand.
President Trump, former, is the best word I could use for him. Former President Trump
Right.
grabs the steering wheel based on the sworn testimony of this female, whatever she was, I don't remember.
Wait, he choked out a female?
No.
Secret Service?
No. It was a male. It was a
Oh,
male
okay.
he was choking out. But I don't think he would have a problem choking a female if she was driving.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. No. This is not alleged. This is sworn testimony.
No, I'm talking about you don't think he would have a problem. We just gonna throw allegedly.
Oh,
in there.
allegedly. I allegedly don't think he would have a problem choking out a female if she were driving and refusing to take him to the insurrection. Please take me to the insurrection, to the Capitol, so I can climb the walls with everybody else. So they said, no, Mr. President, we're going back to the White House.
Well,
He gets angry and he grabs the steering, and that's dangerous. Think about that. And then when they hold his hand from stopping to
hold his hand.
yeah, they grabbed his hand
Oh,
to keep
grab
him
his
from,
hand.
from running the vehicle off the road with everybody in it. He uses the other hand to choke out.
So one hand on the wheel, one hand on the neck.
No, the hand that's being grabbed. The free hand he takes, according to the testimony. The free hand he takes and starts choking out.
Oh, so one hand is being held and one hand is being
Yes, I'm going to
choked.
choke you with the other hand.
All I want to
Is
say
that not irresponsible, disrespectful, third grade elementary school stuff?
no, because he made a promise to the American people, and he said that he was going down
I'm going to meet you down there.
the yellow.
So
brick
that's
road.
him trying to keep his promise?
He was trying to keep his promise to the
Wow.
American people. He said he was going to be there.
I'm
Okay?
coming with y'all. Meet
Do
me
you
there.
know how many Trump supporters was disappointed when they didn't know? When
Where
they were
was
like,
he?
where was he? Where is he? He said he was coming and he didn't show up.
He's on his way. He's getting ready.
So now the Trump supporters can feel a little bit better about the fact that he tried to get down there.
Wow.
There you go.
Your president tried to come help you.
Yes, he did.
Storm the Capitol.
They
And
should have let
engage
him.
in an insurrection.
He would have.
I wish they did let him,
That's what I'm about to
because
say.
they
He
would have
definitely
locked him
in the
up
jail.
that
He
day
would have definitely in
before he
somebody's
was
jail.
sworn, and the vice president would be the president, because the president would have gone to jail. That would have been nice.
Well, I
to
mean, he
watch.
did say
I'm coming down there.
he did say
He
had
kept his
to-
promise. He said, I kept my word.
He tried.
I
He
got
tr-
rid of Roe v. Wade.
gotta
And I
choke
got rid
somebody
of,
out.
and I stacked the Supreme Court the way I want to stack it.
Finally, a president that did something that he said he was going to do. Even if you didn't like it, at least he did something that he said he was going to do.
Excuse
Which, you
me,
know what?
excuse me.
What brings me to the... Y'all got to step y'all game up, presidents of the future. If you say you're going to do something, you got to do it. You can't say, oh, I don't have enough votes.
Okay,
Oh,
first of
I
all,
don't-
stop.
Wait.
We don't want our listeners to think we don't know how the process works. We understand that
my
there are three
God.
branches of government: executive, legislative, and judicial. I know the lines are blurred, like Robin Thicke has sung about, blurred lines.
I don't even think that's his song no more.
Well, he paid for it now. Wasn't his song when he made it, but now that Marvin Gaye's family collected their check.
Hey, after he paid for that song, he was like, "Oops, gotta go." He ain't paid for nothing else. He probably had just a bolt of songs he was gonna use.
He said, we can't
that belonged to
sample
somebody
those.
else.
You're going to have to cut the checks. So I don't want to cut any more checks.
So he stopped
T.I.
singing.
was in that song, speaking of T.I.
Yeah, I don't think that
He
was.
stayed
T.I.'s
on
song.
the board. No, he was in that. He was a feature.
Was he in? But was he in the lawsuit?
He was in the
too?
song about blurred lines.
Was he in
I
the
don't
lawsuit?
think he was in the song. I don't
He
know.
said,
I
I
didn't
just
follow.
dropped a verse. This ain't my song. Okay, I dropped a verse.
I'm a feature. I'm not the person playing the music in the background. I'm just rapping.
Rap it
So
to the
wrap it up
verse.
and don't bring my checkbook with it. But speaking of selecting a Supreme Court, this Supreme Court that just ended the session is rogue. And I didn't say row, I said rogue.
Is it though?
I think it is. I've never seen a Supreme Court this no respect for stare decisis, no respect for
don't
precedent.
you stare decisis
no
me now.
respect for this is the rulings of the prior rulings of the court.
Okay, so I'm no lawyer.
No respect for
I-
substantive due process.
I didn't go to law school, but
She went to lawless school.
but in order for stare decisis to be in effect, it has to be a good law, or not a good law, but it has to be a good case. The case was weak. The case was whack.
First of all,
according to Judge Alito.
Alito doesn't know what he's talking about. Okay, Alito, I'm not riding a donkey cart to work. Okay, I am not going in the kitchen.
Did you go there?
And I'm not going in the fields, sir. So I know you want to stick to the letter of the 1876, but I am not going with you, sir, because Martin Luther King had a dream. And guess what? I woke up when he did. That dream is my reality, and I'm not going back. So forget you, Alito, and that foolishness that you put out there, okay? Because I'm not going for that.
All I'm saying is
they're a rogue Supreme Court. Think about what they just did. First of all, let's talk about their ruling.
Let's go to stare decisis. Like
that all that means is precedent.
No,
all that means is this is the way we've been doing it, and we're going to keep doing it that way because somebody has already analyzed it.
Plessy v. Ferguson was the precedent, but the Brown versus Board overturned the precedent. They could have said stare decisis. They could have did that, but they didn't. So let's not,
Well, see, my issue is that the facts have to apply to common day. The law has to apply to common day facts, and that's not what Alito is saying. He's saying we have to use the time and the mindset and the environment by which a ruling came up. And I disagree with that.
But the argument was weak. Like, we came up with the best argument within 2 minutes sitting here, the best argument that could have been made, a winning argument.
Well, we can't say the argument wasn't made. I mean, it is 12,000.
We read it. They went through every argument that was made, and none of them said... It said the Victorian.
But let me tell you how rulings are.
Of the day.
Rulings don't necessarily include every single argument that a litigant has made orally to the court or at the hearing. And that's what I don't like. They pick the pieces that they like when they're issuing their ruling. Because remember, they get the last word. They're now coming to write an order. And the only thing you can do, because sometimes you're reading the order and you're like, I did say that.
But also... The other thing is that in the news, I heard all of the liberal arguments that they had. Like, all of the arguments that they had.
Are you talking about Fox News?
No, I'm talking about just
what news?
CBS.
Okay.
CNN,
the everyday news.
Just the everyday news. Like,
well, you have to remember that news is very, very, very topic-based, time-sensitive. 30 seconds is all I'm going to devote to this story, and we're out. So because of that, they don't really give you, unless you're looking at a documentary regarding something from the beginning to the end, that's going to give you complete details about a particular topic. The news is tough, especially now that they want to be first at everything.
I just think I just think that they were more so arguing for future rights, like slippery slope, domino effect. Instead of, and again, I just read
the opinion, based on the opinion, right? Based on the opinion, it sounds like those arguments were not made that we brought up in the last episode. Like, why is that not?
It just seems so weak.
It's because sometimes people who have a agenda or have a position sometimes aren't able to articulate their position very well.
But these are supposed to be top-notch lawyers. Like, the ACLU has overturned many things.
But stop for a second. It's been my experience that what we consider top-notch is really top friendship. Cronyism, they would call it. That's modern day cronyism. And then, like, even the Supreme
back
then
Court,
we used to call it nepotism. Yeah, now the word has changed to cronyism.
And then in the argument, in the opinion, they said, well, they didn't make any arguments about they just said that the argument was so weak. Like, it's like they didn't even put in the effort. To me, I'm a little bit of a conspiracy theorist. I just think that it was so initially, when you read about, the Roe v. Wade case, even the scholars of that time, the attorneys of that time knew that the case was weak, and they were surprised that it was able to become.
Well, you have to understand that sometimes when the court wants to do something, they can't wait for a case to come up to give them the opportunity to do it. And until a case is appealed and makes it all the way up to that court, you don't get a chance to address that topic.
What I'm saying is that the arguments made in Roe v. Wade, they said that the arguments were weak, but they sealed the deal. Roe v. Wade exists, and it became the law of the time, right? So the intellectuals and the scholars and the people who were for Roe v. Wade were like, whoa, how we get that one to slip across? But in the time, that's what the justices wanted at the time. So that's when it happened. So I say all that to say is that in this argument, they were so caught up into, stare decisis, instead of arguing why it should have been effective, why it should have been in effect, why, Roe v. Wade maybe didn't come across this, but in this particular case, the timing, if we're going by timing, the times and da-da-da-da-da. You're supposed to know all these judges.
I agree with you to a certain extent, but here's what I think.
If you know the judge is about the letter of the Constitution and the history and the this and the that and the this, then why are you not arguing in that way, in that manner?
I think sometimes that the people who have been arguing it for so long don't have new innovative ideas on how to argue it. Yeah. So I think the problem you have is that when you've been in the game long enough and that you're going to be the pinch hitter, you're going to be the pinch hitter because you're the person on the baseball team long enough that we trust to do it. It's not that some newcomer is not going to be able to do it better, but they're not going to give the newcomer a shot. Yeah. Think about taking a young, youthful attorney who would really argue it well and saying, hey, your day, you're going before the Supreme Court. Yeah. Normally they're using some old fuddy-duddy that's been practicing 40 years. And I remember the last time when I went before the Supreme Court regarding Roe v. Wade, I can argue it. But you don't have a creative new way to present the facts or to relabel it. In fact, I don't even understand why the Democratic Party has not relabeled it and stopped calling it pro-abortion. Call it pro-choice, boo. I know they use it, but they don't use it often enough. They're just like abortion rights.
Women's
don't name
rights.
it.
First
don't
of all,
call it
people don't
abortion
even respect
rights.
women. So why we even call it?
Why you call it women's rights? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't call it women's rights. Don't call it pro-abortion. Call it pro-choice, and then compare it to the mask every day. Every day, my comparison would be the mask. Freedom to choose. Freedom to choose. Oh, you don't want the woman to choose? I don't want you to choose. Cover your face.
What? What's the
cover your face?
What's the common denominator? The Democratic Party fails every time to have a good PR message. It's the
you know what the problem is though? It's too diverse.
There you go.
Think about it. I mean, because they're welcoming everybody. And if you're welcoming everybody,
laser focus on the topics
and
that matter.
I don't want the listeners to think that we're against welcoming everybody. We're just saying it's a reality. It's the reality of having too many cooks in the kitchen. Yeah. The broth is not going to be good because I put a little bit of salt and I put a little bit of pepper and I put a little bit of cayenne and I like honey in mine and I like sugar in mine. And the next thing you know, we can't eat that.
Yeah.
Because everybody is too many cooks spoil the broth.
And a lot of people are not gonna like
everybody's not going to like everything.
Right.
Some people say, I don't eat, I'm vegan, and I'm not vegan. Are you serving a vegan meal? I'm not vegan. I'm this type of vegan. I'm that type of vegan. I'm the kind of vegan that eat fish. I'm a pescatarian. How are we going to make a meal? Yeah. We can't make a meal. And unfortunately, there's no third party. You understand what I'm saying?
Here's my other issue. So I just think that the conspiracy of it all is that your argument's weak. You know this was coming. Your argument's weak. But guess what? Now I have this issue for voting. Because the Republicans are not going to vote for that. So now I can use this as to weaponize
get out the base.
Because
Democrats are going to go out. Trust me. I think Kemp is going to have a harder time with what they do. I don't know,
because here's the thing. With inflation the way it is, with all these other economic issues that are going on, it's like the people who your PR message suck. It sucks. It's not like freedom of choice, because they can take this right from you, and it's not domino effect. Once they take one right, they're going to start taking other rights. It's not that.
But it's coming. Haven't you seen the new wave now where even the Jewish community is complaining that they're being attacked? And when Donald Trump came out and said, "Oh, there are good people on both sides,"
but what I'm saying is that the message, the Democratic message, the PR message, is terrible. So you're not connecting dots here. All you're doing is, we're just going to say this, we're going to say that, but they're not.
It's got to package it right. You got to package it right. It's got to be explained properly.
Right. It's not. So if I'm like, well, I ain't about to get no abortion and I don't think it ain't going to affect my life and I'm not thinking about, it's not affecting me, but guess what is affecting me? This gas. So if you're sitting here talking about abortion and I'm looking at who's talking about how we gonna get this money right? And who's talking about how we gonna get these gas prices down? That makes sense.
Voters will go to the poll because some people are one-hit wonders. You know what I'm saying? All I care about is one issue. All I want is be able to fill up my tank and not have to pay a whole lot of money. All I want to do is be able to drive my SUV. Abortions. I just want to drive my SUV. Somebody's gonna be like, I'm 60. I don't care. I'm not having a baby anyway.
Exactly.
In fact, rumor has it, and it's been alleged that Donald Trump, when they were trying to get him to run on abortion rights, he said, "Why do I care about abortion? I'm not a baby." Jesus. That man is reckless.
That is a good point.
But back to what I was trying to say before you derailed me again.
Okay, sorry about that.
I was talking about the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court is rogue. This Supreme Court is setting back everything. They took away rights from the EPA to be able to enforce the regulations regarding the EPA. People is the Environment Protection Agency. The EPA protects us. It protects us from
I'm
Flint,
bored.
Michigan. Flint. Think about Flint.
Okay, I'm not bored no
Think
more.
about Flint. You
I'm
bored
from
with your baby
Michigan.
drinking that water?
No.
Okay.
When you said
Your baby.
you said EPA, I got bored. Then you said Flint, and that's how I'm not bored anymore. It's true.
Yeah, because they should have been there blocking.
They should have.
That 2
but
cent
see, that's
savings.
the point. Like, what y'all doing? Y'all not even doing your job.
Well, you have to remember that corruption is still even in government agencies when you talk about big businesses. Because there was a documentary on Netflix about how this woman who worked for the EPA had been sanctioned and written up because she was trying to police the company.
By the EPA.
Yes.
So obviously it needed to be
No, it's got corruption going on in there, and it's when they were supposed to be doing their job by keeping plastic pellets from getting into the water stream so that people wouldn't be getting cancer and getting ill from the water that they were drinking. It was getting in drinking water and the chemicals and how they dispose of the chemicals that they use to make the products. And the woman said that they sanctioned her. They suspended her. And she was shocked because she said when she joined the EPA, her goal was to protect people.
But so the EPA suspended her.
The superiors who were in the pockets
Right, so that
of the
means the
corporation.
EPA it's a corrupted system. Tear it down.
You can't tear it down. You just have to replace the corruption. You can't say that hospital got one doctor that's not good. Burn it down.
What whose administration was in charge at the time?
I think it was the Bush. No, the last, not the daddy Bush. The
Baby
son
Bush?
Bush, yeah, the son Bush, and she was heartbroken. She was in tears. Because I know when you buy into that dream of this agency is a good agency and we're protecting people, and it's kind of like, say you work for DFAX and you're going out and you're like, we're taking those babies. When I went there, the parents were, feeding. There was drugs all over the place, and because of the relationship that person has with either a governor or a senator, you go over there and they sanction you for taking the baby. Although the baby was going to die in the custody of the parents. I mean, think about how disheartening that would be for someone who joined that agency just to make sure that they were protecting children, and when they were doing their job, because of the politics and the relationships of the individuals who they were trying to enforce the laws against, they got written up. She was very, very disappointed. But back to my topic. And to my point, I'm going somewhere.
Okay,
They've
I hope so,
dismantled.
'cause I was
They've
bored with the
dismantled the EPA, right? And they are saying that the EPA cannot tell a corporation how much, how much chemicals you can dump into the water, and the rights to enforce those things are now being restricted. So you now, as a parent, have to be more cautious about what's going on in your neighborhood, where you're getting your drinking water.
That's
you're gonna have to
true.
do that yourself, because the agency that's supposed to police that is not taking care of it. Let's talk about what else the Supreme Court did. They overturned Roe v. Wade. This is a rogue Supreme Court, in my
Is it
personal
rogue?
opinion. They also overturned the gun laws in New York.
You just gonna bypass that, huh? Is it rogue though? Because I just think the pendulum swung, like you said in the last
it
episode.
swings. It swings. And
It
it's swinging politically. And it's embarrassing to know that the Supreme Court is political. But the first time we ever knew the Supreme Court was political was when they stole the election from Gore. They did not allow the votes to be counted. They shut down the counting of the votes so that a Republican could take the White House. And it's been downhill ever since. We went into a war that we stayed in for 20 years with nothing coming out of it other than men falling off planes as we lifted out of the country.
I remember that.
That's disheartening.
Yeah.
And now we had a president who's grabbing the steering wheel, choking out Secret Service individuals, former president.
But he did it as the president.
But he was president when he did it. Thank you very much. And then we have them overturning the gun laws in New York. I can't disagree with them completely, though,
There you
because the
go.
gun laws in New York had a word that I didn't like in order for you to get a carry permit: a special reason.
Yeah.
Why would I need a special reason? I can understand the New York laws vetting me, because I didn't have a problem with even the Georgia laws vetting me to
Right.
carry a concealed weapon. But New York's laws, listeners, had a concealed weapon requirement that citizens of New York could not get a concealed weapon unless they could articulate a special reason that the permit should be granted.
I wonder, so could you open carry?
I don't know. I just know that this was a concealed
I'm pretty
weapon.
sure you can't have no gun.
Probably not.
You probably couldn't open carry. You probably couldn't conceal carry.
And maybe you could conceal carry, but with a permit. And then the permit had an extra layer, which is you had to have a special reason for the permit to be granted in the first place. I disagree with that. I do think that's violative of a person's right to carry.
Yeah.
And especially if I'm not a felon, I don't have any.
Yeah, but see, fellas ain't out here buying guns legally. And
No,
shooting up
some
the place.
people who get convicted of a felony, not because they're a bad person, but because they were afraid to take their case to trial before a 12-panel jury.
Right.
Those people are convicted, and those are still some regular, everyday, I go to work person. A lot of them can't get jobs, so they had to open businesses for themselves. They're doing well. They have nice homes. They have children. They have families. They drive nice cars. You know,
but no, I'm talking about like your.
No, but you're thinking about
killer,
your
your
repeat.
killer is not gonna have his.
No. But you're
he's not gonna go get his weapon from with his concealed carry license.
Listen,
and go buy
your
his,
repeat offender is gonna get to whatever they want to get to anyway.
Exactly.
What you're trying to do though is make sure that you minimize their access. You can't cut off anyone's access completely to anything. You understand what I'm saying?
Like there's drugs in prison. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you have to. That's what I'm saying. You have to remember that guards are sometimes bringing it in because if money. But you can't say get rid of all the guards at the prisons because they're bringing drugs in. That can't be the solution. You know what I'm saying? The solution can't be an extreme. You still have to have guards at the prison, although drugs are coming into the prison via guards. That's not the solution. But my point is, New York, you got that one a little bit too tight.
Well, can't you I don't know why I was gonna go, but why the guards ain't being searched and making them squat?
No. Would you want a job where you squat every day?
If there's drugs in the prison and the prisoners can't get it.
Excuse me, ma'am. Spread eagle for me. Well, hold on. I just clocked in. I understand. No. I'm not going in the cell. I'm gonna be outside. I know, ma'am. I know. But could you squat for me, please?
It's drugs in the prison.
Ma'am, you know good and well.
I'm just saying.
There is no way nobody's working at anybody's prison. Okay? You think you got a COVID shortage. You gonna have a prison.
No, these people, they comply.
No, I am saying if you
These are
had
the type of people that comply with the rules.
to be a guard, you would not be working there. You would want your daughter working there, your son working there,
No.
working there.
These are good citizens who vote and they comply.
Ma'am, I'm not complying with squatting.
When the police pull them over, they just do exactly what they're supposed to. These are those good, great citizens that comply.
What good, great citizen is that? Name one that you know.
The ones
Hold on, give me a minute.
The ones that always say comply.
Look, the ones talking about comply have not experienced a complication.
Right. Them the ones I'm talking about. Good old
Those are the people who've never experienced
Good
the
old
complication of the judicial system.
Just do what the police tell you.
The good old compliers have never had to comply. Okay, they're only talking about other people.
The ones that they want to keep their job and take
Trust
the vaccination because the job told them to.
I've had clients. I've had clients that have said to me, "Is this the system?" Oh yeah, welcome, because they've never had a case in the system before. And once they get a case in the system, whether a divorce case that they think is not going well, or a criminal case they think is not going well, or a civil lawsuit. My business partner stole all the money out the bank, and they sued a business partner, and the business partner, the lawyer, is friends with the judge, and they get messed over, and the verdict doesn't go in the way the law and the facts should go. And then they go, wait, this is how it works. This is crazy. I thought everybody. I know you did. Until you've experienced the friendship,
red pill, blue pill,
and the red pill, blue pill that's going, and the friend this, and the red friend, blue friend, and my friend. That's what's going on.
That's well. You better start being friends with everybody.
That's going to be tough.
Hey,
you'll never be at work.
Right.
You'll never raise your children. That's tiresome to be friends with everybody.
Right.
Yeah, that's not going to work. Yes, I think this new Supreme Court is a new Supreme Court. Ketanji Brown got sworn. She's on. She's in. Welcome.
Hey, girl. Hey.
What do you think she's going to do?
I hope she does the right thing.
I pray she does the right thing. But these days, the right thing seems to be harder to do.
As long as she does the right thing, we should be good. What? I just see the producer face like, what? long as she does
Like,
the
what is
right
the right thing? Define the right thing, because she might
Everything's on
think the
the
right
right.
thing is a different thing.
Everything on the
Yeah,
right.
I was so proud of her. I'm proud of her just because she is a black female that's.
You know what else? That's another reason why the Democrats don't be winning, because they're not on the
You
right.
have a mic in front of you, right?
Huh?
You have a mic.
Yeah, you want to use
I
it.
know. I felt like I was going a little low. Get low, get low.
Yeah,
to the
don't go low. Just
window.
stay high. What Michelle Obama
But
said.
I know when they go low, we go even lower. But that's another PR issue. Like, they're on the left. You know what I'm saying? To the left. Even Beyonce said to the left, to the left. You know what I'm saying? Like, get out of here.
To be honest with you, I don't even understand what do you mean by to the left. I'm about respecting people's rights. I'm about treating
No, when
people right, doing it the fair
The
way.
right is
Stop
always,
looking at somebody's race.
Doesn't right always sound good? You know what I'm saying?
Doing
the
it
right
right.
way. We're doing it the right way.
Right.
We got to get it right. You know what I'm saying? It's always in the positive.
Don't go left.
Don't go left. Right.
Left is always
but
bad.
see, that's the PR campaign right there. They just
Don't
pick the
go
right
left.
side.
Do it right.
Right. They just pick the right side.
But you're right, but you're wrong. Don't go wrong if you're going right. You're
Two
going
lefts.
wrong if you're going right.
You gotta-
Two lefts gonna have to make a right.
Eventually.
No, two lefts gonna have to make it right.
All I'm saying is that they need a whole new
Look,
PR
we only have
strategy.
3 lefts. We ain't never gonna get it right.
That's what I'm saying.
But New York, your laws are a little whack. But although their laws are a little whack,
They got overturned.
do you think that overturned law had anything to do with this young mother who got gunned down in the streets in New York by the baby's father?
No, he was already about to do that.
You don't think
She was talking. She was.
you don't
probably-
think the laws got overturned and he ran in there and no longer need a concealed weapon? He ran into the gun store and bought him something.
No.
The law was
They
overturned.
didn't say you
They
can't-
overturned it in June.
they
He
didn't
killed her
say
in
that
July.
You could buy a gun without a weapons permit.
It says you can carry it concealed without a permit. And once
We
the
need
law is
to-
overturned, it's overturned. It's not, overturning law
Mm-hmm.
is different from legislating law and putting law into effect. Because first of all, Congress got to pass it, and then the president has to sign it, or if it's in the state Senate has to approve it, and then it has to, it has to get to the governor's desk, and the governor has to sign it into law, right?
Right.
But overturning it, you just need one order. Poof, it's gone.
Poof, be gone.
It's like going to jail. Going to jail is fast. Get in the car, watch your head.
What you know about
Put the
going
cuffs-
to jail?
Put your cuffs. What you told me?
I was trying to see how long was I in jail. You know what? My process was pretty fast. Like I went.
No, you go in
Look, no,
and
no.
in. Remember, you went in and in.
I did. But when I went in, I just like went in this like whole circle to where I was about to make up my bed, and I went right on out.
Wait.
Yeah.
You were making your bed?
I was about to make up my bed. Like I was about to get a whole like.
Oh, you about to
I was
redecorate?
about to say, you about to be at the top bunk, boo.
Wait, you were going to decorate?
I was about to make my bed.
You said,
up.
hold on a second. Let me make
Victor
it nice.
Hill don't play. You got it. He keep Clayton County's jails clean. Is he still the sheriff? He gone?
The governor suspended him.
Is he gonna get his job back?
I don't know.
I like Victor Hill. It
I
was
do
nice
too.
and clean. It
He's
didn't
very
stink.
clean. He keeps a clean jail. It
Yeah,
didn't stink.
It didn't stink.
And he makes them take a bath.
Yeah.
He said you got to wash.
What I'm saying is that I went through processing, and I just kind of
Came right back
right. I remember going up into the stairs. I feel like
right before you
let me
started
tell you something.
decorating.
Let me tell you something. When I was going through processing, one of the sheriffs pulled me to side, like, what happened? Like, she was trying to be my friend. And I was
She
like,
was.
on the advice of my attorney, I cannot speak about that. Listen, I know that you're probably looking out, so don't take it
Thank
personal.
you.
Don't
Keep the
take it
bologna
personal.
sandwich.
I have to.
I'll
I
take
can't talk
water.
about it.
I'll take water. I don't want the bologna
It's
sandwich.
like,
You get a bologna sandwich and an orange. You said no, thank you.
even though Victor Hill, I mean, I have nothing but respect for
no,
him.
I got nothing but respect.
And
for
he
Victor
had my
Hill.
back the whole situation.
I
like,
have nothing but
he-
respect for
But
Victor
let me tell you something.
Hill.
When I was going in, I didn't know I was going to have it, but I was about to say, listen, sweetie poo, I'm from Detroit.
Oh, so you?
And I don't get on the top
I'm
bunk.
from Detroit, and I hit the floor
But
quick.
they were about to shut up. They was about to show me how to make up the bed and everything. They was like, Victor Hill, like these beds make, like they always say his name prior to
telling you the
What
instructions.
the instructions?
The sheriff, Victor Hill, said
Victor Hill said.
you have to make your bed.
And he will come down here.
And he does inspections.
I was holding my little blanket in my pillow.
So it's like the military.
And my-
You know how you have to go through military inspections? If your bunk not properly made.
Yes, that's it. Like, it was very military style. Like, I had my little cushion and I had my sheets and I was about
Everything
to go
folded.
in there. Everything
Neat.
was folded and I was about to go make it up. And it was like, oh, Smith, time to go. I said, oh, look at this.
Tie your slashes.
When you got good attorneys, baby, you
It'll
don't
work.
be in there
It's
for
work.
long.
You're like a celebrity.
You don't.
Johnny Cochran came and
Oh,
got
I
you.
felt like I had clout up in here. And I was like, my man up in here too. We run this jail.
Oh my
I
God,
didn't say that for
Father,
real.
help us. No, help your children.
That's that.
That's all the bars
not
I can sing. I'm not buying the rest.
I didn't say that for real. I was singing like, Jesus, Jesus. I went into old Negro spirituals.
Father, keep us.
We was in the chain gang, but we was inside. And
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
They put these slave cuffs on your ankles. Them things is heavy.
Yes.
So they put these slave cuffs.
So
and
you can't
gotta-
run. We don't want you to run.
Yeah, but
It's
they
part
were
of the
like,
chain
they weigh
gang.
you down and you like just walking.
Shuffling. You're not walking. You shuffling.
Yep, and you got just kind of keep your head down. And I was like, is this slavery? Like, what the heck? And then, so I was just singing. I don't know what. No, I know what song I was singing. I was singing, "Be encouraged."
Oh my
no
God.
matter what's going on.
That's why they let you out. They heard that and they said, "Oh Jesus, I can't take it. I can't take it."
I think we can sing that song because it's like
No,
a church
no,
song.
no,
You
no,
don't. There's no
no,
copyrights to church
no.
They
songs.
sent her to the left.
No, that's what.
But let me tell you,
Ma'am.
everybody.
No, that didn't have nothing to do
let me
with
tell you
Victor. That had
something.
everything to do with that singing.
Let me tell you something.
You sang and they said, "Nope, we can't do that."
Everybody in the chain gang was singing "Be Encouraged," girl. We was having a whole
Let me
like,
tell you something.
Jesus moment.
That's why they let you out. That's why they did. That's why as soon as they gave you the sheets, they said, "Don't make that bed. Let's go."
I was ready for Bible study. When is Bible study?
No, they said, "We ain't studying that song. Come this
I was
way."
ready for Bible study. I was praying over people. I lied to you not. I was praying like, let's just pray for your situation. Let's just pray.
Yeah, they said, "Minister Smith,
You got to go.
you got to go."
They probably was like, golly, she left quick.
Minister
She was
Smith,
gone.
let's go.
I bet you, like, when I was about to leave, I bet you everybody was like, she just got here. She go.
She was about to start church up in here. The singing was horrible.
She go.
So the choir had to leave.
She go.
The choir had
Right.
to leave.
I'm
Speaking
not-
of jail, though. Speaking of jail.
Wait, I just want to say this last thing. I'm not saying jail was fun, but my experience was not bad.
Well,
Before you go into that jail part, I can give you a little bit of an informational tidbit
Okay.
for what the right wing and the left wing came from.
Okay.
It happened in France. The people that wanted the monarchy to stay sat on the right, and the people who wanted the monarchy to get the heck out, they stayed on the left.
oh, so we adopted that?
Yeah.
We adopted all that
That's
stuff.
not nice.
Do you know, like, some of the songs that we sing, these patriotic songs, are really from
Who
Britain,
is we? You speaking French?
like Americans.
Oh, okay.
You know, the songs that they like, the songs that we sing are like,
Could you name one?
America the Beautiful, I think.
yeah, oh beautiful.
Where'd that come from?
I don't know what song it is, but that's
It's
like
it's a English song.
Oh,
it's
okay.
a like, or Oh Canada. Was it Oh Canada?
Oh, it
song?
does sound. But to be honest with you, let's get real, listeners. Almost every country's anthem sounds the same. Okay, it's in the same note. It's just different words.
That's true.
They are so similar. I mean, even at the Olympics when they're playing the
You know what? What about the black? See, why we always got something different? The black national anthem. You know what that one is?
No, ma'am.
Do you know what
Does
the
it go
Black
with
National
Juneteenth?
Anthem?
Was it playing on Juneteenth?
It is. It's a black national anthem. You're gonna have to Google that. But it's a whole one that we sing, and it was really nice.
Okay. I heard
I
about
just need to
Negro
see the
spirituals,
words.
but I haven't heard about the Black National
It's
Anthem.
Lift Every Voice.
Lift every
Oh, I know that one. You're talking about the
voice
Negro National Anthem.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I
Now
do know
that
that.
one is original. to love in heaven.
Okay. Look here. You don't make your bed. You can leave. You can leave now.
Ring with a harmony.
Help us, listeners. I can't help it. I'm so sorry. I apologize on behalf of
She be
Diva
hitting
Court.
some of them notes.
She's not hitting anything. She needs to hit the road, Jack.
The road. Can't finish that song.
No, don't.
This has been a musical this time.
No, it hasn't.
It
It's
hasn't?
been a musical.
It ain't no music.
No.
Let me tell you,
A
every
muse.
note fell off that tree and hit every branch.
Wait,
on the way
listen
down.
to this. Watch this note. Of liberty.
What is that? I need Phony Braxton to leave, okay? Because I can't take now one more note.
I can hit you with a little shot.
No, please don't hit me.
You don't
No,
want me to hit you with that?
no. I don't want that angel to turn into a devil by my
I was
side.
gonna sing, not angel. I was gonna say. Oh, I was gonna say.
You might
that-
as well
that-
do shot don't.
Shut don't.
Shot don't.
Yeah, shut.
Maybe a little Shantae Moore.
No, shut don't.
You know that's my cousin, right?
No, take your cousin home.
Dana's got a man.
No. She's losing him.
I can't. Why I got to lose?
With that song, she's gonna lose him.
She goes.
She keep doing that.
He go.
He's leaving the house, right?
He go.
Speaking of sheriffs and police, the sheriff in Grantville, Georgia. Listeners, there's a Metro Police chief that sees nothing wrong with letting convicted felons work like officers in his sheriff's department.
I don't see nothing wrong with that either. He's just trying to give jobs to felons. And you know who's the majority of felons coming out of prison? It's the blacks. So they need.
Okay, well, this man is white, and so was the felon that he allowed to have a gun, a badge, and the car.
I mean, but what was his like?
So don't
was
tell-
it like food
Look,
stamp fraud?
Don't fool the
Was
black
it
man.
food stamp
Let me
fraud?
tell you what it was. It's really
I'm
giving.
pretty sure it was food stamp. I mean, because look, Grant, where is this at?
No, it's Grantville, Georgia.
Grantville, Georgia.
And it's
There's probably
giving-
like a lot of double wides out there. You know what I'm saying? A lot of.
So what you're saying? He's double wrong,
I'm just saying it's probably a little bit of people,
ma'am.
a lot of bit of fraud.
There's a crime in the state of Georgia called possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. He's a co-conspirator in that crime.
Well, let's just take out a warrant application.
The
for
sheriff
him.
needs to go to jail.
He was convicted of distributing meth.
Oh my
So
word!
he was a drug dealer.
And we give him a gun, a badge, and a car.
I told meth. That's a really double wide type of drug.
Let me tell you something. I don't care
You
what
know how
type of
crack
drug
is
that
a
is.
project drug? Meth is a trailer drug.
Listen to me. The sheriff is engaging in the conspiracy of the commission of a felony.
Well, just go ahead and take out a. How come our sheriff, good old Victor Hill,
Is facing charges for
Right.
trying to detain a person who was
I'ma have to-
arrested.
I'ma have to
And
call
this sheriff,
Governor
who is
Kemp.
giving a firearm, a gun, and a badge, and a
like,
car.
is he the elected official sheriff?
It doesn't matter. You still can't engage in criminal conduct. So was Victor Hill elected.
I'm just saying, like he's the elected, like he can.
He
be
was
removed.
elected
Okay.
just like Victor Hill was elected.
I am definitely-
Kemp needs to go and snatch him up
Oh,
and suspend his sheriffhood
let me tell you something.
and let the feds come get him.
Let me tell you something. Tomorrow,
You're going to write a
I'm
letter.
gonna write a letter to Kemp, and I'm gonna say, Governor Kemp.
Could you give him the same
a-
treatment that
What
Victor is
makes
getting?
it worse is that they didn't give him a gun. He already had one.
Whoa. Jeez.
The gun that he used to
Governor
pretend to be a
Kemp.
cop was his own.
I'm one
Wow.
of your favorite constituents, and I just want to say,
Can you lock him up?
can you lock him up because he is not making the areas with the double wide.
He needs to go where Victor's going.
Good old
On
Victor
pause.
He
Can you pause him too?
Right.
Oh, I'm sorry. He doesn't have a tan.
I'm gonna check in with Victor.
I need you to check in with the Kemp first.
I am. I'm gonna check
Okay.
in with Victor regarding Kemp. Governor Kemp, where are we on that Victor Hill case?
No. Governor Kemp, where are we on the Grantville sheriff getting arrested?
I'm gonna put this in.
Could
in
you call the
letter.
feds on that situation and get him taken in?
That's crazy.
I need him charged.
All right, I'm gonna send him a nice little email. See if I get
They're
a
probably
response.
going to replace Victor Hill with him.
Oh, yes, that might be it. Maybe Grantville sheriff should go down there to Clayton County and help out a little bit. And that's the buffoonery that Diva Court this episode had to talk
Are we
about.
done already?
You like it that much?
We can't be finished. We done?
Oh, you don't want to be done?
Oh.
She really likes this show, listeners. But that's okay because we're going to drink to that.
It's a little flat.
That's what champagne does when it sits too long. That's why when you go boop and you open that bottle, you better finish it
You ain't got that
because
much
you
time.
can't use it tomorrow.
You ain't got that much time.
Don't forget to look for our episodes each week, listeners. Find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts.
Apple.
Why does she think she can sing? And Google Podcasts. My apologies from Diva Court again.
When I say whoa,
Really?
I
gotta drink.
mean whoa.
Look, he said, whoa. Please look for our episodes every Wednesday.
Yes.
Don't forget to check out YouTube where you can check out all this beauty.
Yes.
Come on and tell us and comment and tell us what color you'd like to see.
Why do you always let your hint,
Comment.
patient only,
Comment.
and lashes?
Lashes. This episode is sponsored by Cutie Nails and Spa. Don't forget to go let a bunch of cuties take care of you.
Hey, cutie.
And as we say here on Diva Court, when we're closing the show, we'll drink to that.
Yes, we will. Oh, that was
I sip, she gulps.
right. Shoulders back, because I'm classy. Because I'm classy.
Classy look. Classy, not classy.
She's such a hater. I don't have to be classy. I'm down for whatever.
Streety.
Streety.
One's classy, one's streety.
From the streets.
Sesame
Detroit Dane up in this.
Sesame Street, that is.
I think we're done.
We got to drink to that.